level. This is why. All right, guys, welcome back to another video. And I was thinking this is the perfect time to talk to all of you players and parents at home about just what's coming up here in the next few months. First off, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content, like the video. It helps us with the algorithm. And again, if you're looking for help in the recruiting process, scan this QR code right here, fill out the form. We'll meet with you, talk with you about what we do, see if it's the right fit for you, and to explain how we can help you guys through the recruiting process. Now, guys, it's that time of the year where there's a lot of teams starting to pivot their focus to recruiting, especially the teams that are kind of near the bottom of the middle of the pack or the bottom of their conference, and it's not looking like they're going to make it into the NCAA tournament. They're starting to figure out what they're going to be doing early in the summer recruiting. If you're a high school player at home, please, I know your high school season is ending soon if you're in the Southeast. Obviously, in the Midwest, Northeast, stuff like that, you guys have a month and a half, a little bit more than that to go. But start getting prepared now for the recruiting process. Start getting prepared now to be at your best when the summer circuit starts. What I see happen, especially in the Southeast, because there's a little bit of a break there before the big tournaments come up, is they take a couple weeks off. They're just relaxing. They're going to hang out with their friends. Listen, I get that. That's fun. In today's era of recruiting, you can't get away with that anymore. You're not competing against your peers, not only your peers. You're competing against 23-year-olds, 24-year-olds in the portal that have more years in college baseball than you have in high school baseball. You're not gonna win most of those competitions against those types of players if you're taking weeks off in the summer, if you're not focused every day on what you're trying to do. You guys have heard me say this a bunch. You can't get away with taking days off anymore. If you were really talented back in the day when I was coming up, yeah, you could get away with that because you're only competing against guys in your own recruiting class. And colleges are recruiting only high school players. Now, more than half of a recruiting class typically is taken up with portal guys or JUCO transfers. So if you have half the spots available to you that guys like me did, and the roster sizes are probably going down. We still haven't gotten approval yet on the House settlement, but it looks like that's going to happen. So there's even less spots to compete for on the roster as a whole. Guys, you can totally change your career trajectory and the type of school you can get to if you're willing to put in the work every day. You've heard me say this a million times. You can get where you want to be if you're willing to put in the work. The question is, how much do I have to work to get to where I want? That's not an answer you're going to get. So every day, you better do your best to work as hard as you can to hopefully get it to be working that much to get to where you want to be, right? That's the only unknown. The unknown is, well, how many hours do I got to put in a day? And maybe for somebody, that's 2 hours a day. Maybe for somebody, that's 1 hour a day. Maybe for somebody, it's 3. But I can promise you that if you put in the amount of work that you need to, and you work your tail off every day, you will be amazed at how much better of a school you can get to and your career trajectory, what can end up happening, right? There's so many guys who have went to a D3 out of high school or D2 or a low-level JUCO and end up playing professional baseball and getting into the big leagues. It's because those guys didn't just stop. They didn't just think, I'm at a D3, like I'm gonna have a good time, I'm gonna have a decent career, and then I'll be done. They were like, no, my goal is to get to professional baseball. My goal is to get to the big leagues. That's the mindset you have to be putting yourself in now. Like I've told you guys, my whole career, I knew in high school, I wanted to be a freshman All-American. That was my goal. Every day since my sophomore, junior in high school, I woke up with that goal in mind. And at the end of my freshman year, I was a consensus freshman All-American, right? So put a solid goal, something that you can see and visualize, not I just want to do well, or I just want to do this. Like put a solid achievement goal in your mindset right now as a player, and you'll be amazed how far you can go. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I appreciate all your support. We'll be back again with another video tomorrow.